We have a big list of jobs we've been putting off that cannot wait any longer. We need to get these jobs done this week, otherwise we're going to have sick animals and struggling garden come springtime. Ben was able to open up the hive the other day. It's looking really good. He saw the queen, she's still laying. Ben decided to take off the honey super because they've got plenty of honey in their brood box. He also opened up the ventilation at the bottom of the hive so that there can be good airflow as well. But here we've got these frames of honey and a lot of them are capped off, as you can see, but some of them are still uncapped, and that can mean that the water content in them is a bit high and they can actually ferment if we don't do anything with them. So what we're going to do is, because we want to keep this honey on the frames to be able to feed the bees later on, we are going to Glad wrap these up and put them in the freezer to feed them at a later date. This will just ensure that any of that uncapped honey won't ferment. I've made some space in the freezer, so I'm just going to Glad wrap these up and hopefully it'll work. See if that's okay. So I think this is the last frame of honey that I will put in the freezer. This one here has a little bit of the capped honey, but the rest is all uncapped. That side there, it's all uncapped with a little bit of honey in it. The other frames are either not drawn out yet, like this one here, or they've just got a little bit of uncapped honey in, like that one there. They've just started drawing it out, and it's just got a little bit of honey in there. So what I'll probably do is just leave that over a bowl on the bench carefully and let the honey drip out. Perfect. Now is the perfect time to be planting tulips. These are some of the bulbs left over from the ones we bought last year and sold some as bouquets. Tulips need to be in the ground around May, June so that they can have the winter to put down nice strong roots so that they can bloom. So it's definitely time to get these in the ground. Mum prepared the soil a couple of weeks ago with some grass clippings and compost, so it's ready for laying these bulbs out and putting some soil on top. I'm going to spread these out a little bit further apart than what we did when we planted them for making the bouquets, but honestly I'm not too worried. I'm just going to roughly spread them out and I'll try get the pointy end facing up, but again I'm not too worried. They'll probably find their way. I'm also just going to steal some of these leaves from under this tree and put them on top of the soil to suppress any weeds. And also as they break down, they'll supply good nutrients to these flowers too. Thank you, darling.
Hey,
Whoopsies, green one did come off. That's not very good, is it? There were so many more, but they were up too high for me to reach. So this is what we got. This is our homemade washing powder. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want the recipe. Okay, so it is the end of the day and the girls are asleep, but we have one more job to do. And it involves using this. No, we are not cooking. The only thing this is good for is oiling up the tools, or this other thing we're gonna do.
Fried chicken.
No, we're not making fried chicken. But we are using it for the chickens. So we have to go oil up the chicken's legs, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Also, look what we found. A little baby hedgehog.
I'm gonna call you Hedgie.
Hedgie the hedgehog. With the change of season, there's an increased chance of the chickens getting mites. So I've been keeping a close eye on these guys, and sure enough, I started seeing some signs of scaly leg mites. So we are gonna oil their legs. We've already done it once this week, but we're gonna do it a few more times. And the reason why we do that is the oil suffocates the mites. Now, the reason why we're doing this at night time is because the chickens are nice and calm. It's the kindest way to do it. There's no chasing them around. We just get them off the perch while they're sleeping, quickly dip their legs in the oil, and then we're done.
So don't get pooped on.
Well, we're not going to get pooped on.
Hey, it's okay, buddy. He's not happy.
Okay, he's like, this is the second day this week. You've woken me from my slumber. Good girl, Bob. This chicken is a new addition to our homestead. She is the last of a friend's old flock, so she wanted her to have a nice home with some new friends, so we've taken her in.
So lovely.
Oi. A few months back we made some garden beds here and planted some strawberry runners in here, as well as some other established strawberry plants we had over in the yard. But I made the mistake of trusting my chickens to not trash this garden bed. They've scratched up a bunch of the runners and thrown bark chip everywhere, and it's just looking a mess. So to give us a chance of actually having strawberries next year, I'm wanting to put a fence around this area and tidy the garden beds up. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully we can get it all done. Let's get to it. Safety first. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump these clippings straight on the garden bed. This is already looking so much tidier. So before the chickens mess this up, I'm going to go find some fencing and posts and see if we can get that put up. I've got a couple of sheets of deer fencing that hopefully I can just cut in half, and that should work. Okay, so I've checked the lengths on the netting and we've got just enough, so that's perfect. Hey, there's a spider living in that one. Petey, get away from the strawberries. Shoo, shoo. Take your girl somewhere else, off you go. You've got the whole 2 acres to be, and you choose to be right where I don't want you. Right, that's all done. It's not super pretty, but it works, and I've just left one of the corners undone so that we can get in and out to mow and access the strawberries and things like that. On to the next job. It's getting late in the day now, but this is a job that really needs doing. I've been putting off for ages. There are a bunch of weeds growing through our carrots, and if we don't get this weeded now, these carrots might not grow at all. So Mum's making a start. Sorry about that, Mum. It looks like a terrible job. But yeah, we're gonna try and get this weeded as much as we can.
Feet up on the dash and the calling open road. Road trip classics on the radio. With your hand tied in mine.
Chickens, if you can't behave, we're gonna have to lock you up. You have to be coop chickens, not free range chickens.
Ooh, there's no place we can go. Ooh, my home is when I'm alone.
Fence over there.
Sunlight fades away and you fall into my arms. This life is not the same when we're apart. If you follow me tonight, I'll walk with you.
I am so stoked to get these carrots weeded. If we hadn't weeded them, they simply just wouldn't grow very well at all. You can see how much they've grown since the last time we weeded them, so it definitely helps. The next step to growing nice big carrots is going to be to thin these out to make sure they've got enough room to continue growing.
The one in the hall, you know, we've been there for a bit. It's cold, and there's one up to the upstairs there. That one was the first new one.
We've also put the netting back on to protect the carrots from the pesky chickens. Do you want to be here with me while I talk to the camera? Okay. So we got that netting back on the carrots to protect them from the chickens. Now that the carrots are a bit more established, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll mulch the garden, and that's just going to help suppress the weeds. Getting all these jobs done this week just means that we've got healthy animals and food coming. I don't even know what to say. Blah. Mummy doesn't know what to say. Mummy doesn't know how to speak anymore. Let's go. What is that? What are you saying?
I'm saying silly chicken.
Are these the silly chickens?